Yeah, they're going to. She rode Hawkeye down here. I'd just soon ride this little booger. I really like it. I like irritating. My goal in life to be his worst nightmare.
He likes you. He listens to you.
No, start riding. I don't care. I have no idea. Is it still smoking bad? Jumped the rim yesterday to me. Down in this side of that thing. You know, of Bright Angel thing. Looked like it was trying to go off in, well, that canyon is coming towards Bright Angel.
Sorry for the shake. My mule moves.
I'm not running flurry bomber on it. I'd say it must be controlled.
What? Oh, to get his picture in?
I think so.
1,200 feet up?
They're right in big shade. Elizabeth's been hollering at him. He evidently cut his radio off. That's what I figured.
Oh.
Well.
20 years. It's 20 years or nothing. That's right. It's like a lease. If you get out early, you pay. And pay.
You can tell from my philosophy that man lives with the same woman, rides the same horse every day, life sure be boring. Motivating the heck out of them. And when I holler back, I'm at the pit stop. You just start motivating, we'll get them on through it and up over the top. Because even the ones that have gone will stop and do a little bit just to take another break. They sure make a mess when they do that.
Smells nice, too.
Mm-hmm. Good old ammonia smell.
Everyone smile. Robert? Mark? I'm going to use this whole roll. I'm going to use this whole roll up.
Well, I told most of you where we get our mules from, the Gatlin brothers in Tennessee, and they deal 2,500, 3,500 head of mules a year. There's mule traders and brokers. They run an ad in the Western Horseman, and they guarantee their mules. And Ron goes back and tries them out and picks out what he wants. This year he bought a bunch of little mules, pretty small mules, because we need kid mules. We've got mules that we can pack kids on, but they're also big, and he was trying to get some smaller kid-type mules. He really got 10 real gentle ones this year, and he'll probably get 10 more before the year's out. When their shoulders and stuff go out, like I've told you about, we'll ship them to the North Rim. Now it'll be ours. Fred Harvey just acquired the North Rim concession, Bryce and Zion. But before, the other concessionaire, and they have a rim ride up here right on top of that rim, and it's an hour and a half, 2.5 hour ride, and it goes right along the rim on flat ground. And when their shoulders go, most time they can walk out of here. It's coming down that they can't do. So they ship them over to them or to Apache Stables at Moki Lodge and keep using them. The Jolene mule that's on a dark brown mare mule that's on Liz's group today. There's a lady from Turkey that's come every year and rode that mule, and she has her order in to buy Jolene when she's retired. She's going to put her on a 747 and ship her to her castle in Turkey. And Ron thought she was kidding him until she sent him a pipe, a custom-made pipe that was worth $600. Sent it to him in the mail, just so he'd know she was serious.
Remember her. Yeah.
Okay, not a problem. 98 out.
Something else somebody can get attached to something for that short a period of time, right? It's something you can't explain, I guess.
I like this mule.
More money than sense is what that's called.
But I mean, herd is gonna test it. I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can get him.
Yeah, we'll have to give him a minute to get up around that tip off up there.
Oh, is that the smoke from the fire?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Just don't even hang on.
Wow.
Okay, if you look due east down there, I showed you all these points. If you look right down here, you see Snoopy on the doghouse down there? Yeah. That's called Angel's Gate.
Oh,
They didn't have Charlie Brown when they were naming this stuff.
there's Snoopy.
And we're gonna go up around this point right here and up onto what they call Mormon Flat. We'll go through the red and whites and then up over the top. You can see a little tit of a mountain back over behind Lost Wagon Train. That's ISIS temple back in there. And you'll have on the back of your certificate, there's a map, and you'll see Cheops and Shiva and Zoroaster and stuff. It marks them out, and you can kind of remember what you're looking at. You guys want me to take photographs right quick?
Yeah, well, you can get the whole group in the school. Yeah, please. Morning.
Good morning.
Back up. It'll be kind of a long shot on the group. You might only have half the Karen.
That'll break his heart.
Thanks. There they are.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Does
There.
it say record in the top right
Yep.
hand corner?
Sure does. 20 minutes.
Okay.
There we go.
Can too.
Oh, I
There's
got it.
probably two different buttons you're playing with.
I got it.
Oh, I bet he doesn't. Look how he's shooting.
No. Well, if I can see you through whatever I see through this is it, isn't it?
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Jared, you can review this and make sure it's
All
there.
right, make it over.
There we go. There's everybody.
Yeah.
And there's where we're going up there. All right.
That view with the smoke.
And that's Vishnu Point down there, the other side of Snoopy. That peak down there, that's Vishnu. And then if you look right up the canyon, the furthest ridge down there that's blue in that haze, you can see what looks like a fence post or something sticking up on the left-hand end. That's the desert, or that's the tower at Desert View. That, and that's about 20, 25 miles from here.
Oh, I see it now.
And the tower at Desert View, Phantom Ranch, Hopi House, Bright Angel Lodge, the round pens for the mules, and Hermit's Rest were all designed by Mary Jane Coulter. And Mary Jane Coulter, they called her a interior-exterior designer because they couldn't call her an architect in that day and age. Women couldn't be architects. Stay down here low. Yeah, is Elizabeth already out of here? Did you see Elizabeth up there when you came in? I figured she's way ahead of me. If you look at this butte right over here, straight out from us, that's O'Neill Butte. It's named after Bucky O'Neill. He was a sheriff in Yavapai County. And he rode with Roosevelt's Rough Riders. He and Roosevelt were real good friends. And he was killed at the Battle of San Juan, and Roosevelt asked that something inside the park be named after him. And they named this Red Butte. We'll go right under O'Neill Butte there. That's also where they did the Jeep commercial.
Oh, where they put the Jeep on
Right.
top?
They did not drive it up there.
No.
Yeah, no. I'll be darned. Hey, remember where they had the Jeep parked up there?
And these are the red and white switchbacks. We call it the red and whites because we'll go up through the mauve limestone and get into the red wall, and then we'll go up and across the top of this ridge up here, and that's Mormon Flat. We'll come all the way around Mormon Flat, right under O'Neill Butte and around and through O'Neill Saddle. And right above O'Neill Saddle, we'll come up to Cedar Ridge. I hear more mules up there. Oh, I see. That's John. And that, you see where that ridge looks like a true hogback coming down off of the Kaibab limestone over there above, to the left of O'Neill Butte, where it's coming down, falling to our right. We'll go right up that, switch back up across that and around the other side of it, and there's a big deep canyon over here that we'll follow up to the chimney and out of here. But once we leave, Cedar Ridge is right where you can see the red hermit shale up there, and there's not a lot of trees right off that point. That breeze feels good.
Sure does. Even if it is 100.
Probably only 90 degrees here.
90? But it's a dry heat.
That's right. Red and whites.
And that's where we're going.
Top's over there.
The camera shakes because my mule is breathing hard.
Oh.
That's all right. That's
It's not
a fact.
your nerves.
It's not my nerves, it's my mule.
Well, let's get a little higher up.
Okay. Now we're at the top.
Close.
The top where those other mules were, right? No, we're not up there yet.
No.
No.
Ways to go. When we go up, we'll go through these cobblestones here and switch back past this cave right here. And around that point, when we get around that point, have your cameras ready, and we'll get the last photograph of Phantom Ranch and the river. And you're about 2,500, 3,000 feet above it when you see it. That's what I had her saving the panoramic for.
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
I'm
You
not-
see the V in the trail?
Might be my eyes.
Yeah, you can just barely see it down there.
I'll zoom in.
And if you look, when we come around this switchback up here, if you look back across down here, you'll see that the peat sandstone, you'll see trees down in there, and that's Garden Creek that we came down yesterday. And you can see the trailhead for the Devil's Corkscrew there. And then this trail you can see down here below us, you'll see part of it as we go across Mormon Flat and different places. You'll be able to look back over this way, and you can see Plateau Point out there from here. And you'll see that Plateau Point trail real good. You'll see the Devil's Corkscrew a lot and the Tonto Trail down here.
How high are we above Phantom Ranch here?
Probably 3,500. Maybe not that much, maybe only 3,000.
Pretty good ways up.
Quite a ways up here. Makes that river look little from here, doesn't it? For clothing and for padding if they had to pack something up, or for diapers, for absorbency. And the pinon juniper, that's that one you just passed right back there. It's just a cedar tree. And the pinon pine is where they get the pinon nuts, and they only make every 4 to 7 years, and that's why they're so high dollar when you see them in the gift shops and whatnot. And,
Pine nuts?
mm-hmm.
We use those in cooking, Syrian
Right.
cooking. My husband's Syrian.
And on the pinons only grow in the southwest, and the hard part about picking them is you've got to get under and pick individually the nuts, because you can't tell which is good and which isn't until you figure it out. And then once you figure it out, you pick them one at a time. There's no way to float them to the top and skim them off or something.
Now point that tree out so I can get a picture of
Right,
it.
the other side of that rock. That's a pinon.
That pine tree, right? The big one.
Right. And those are both, the junipers and the pinons are very old growth trees. They've got a real extensive root system, runs back in this rock to catch the moisture when it comes, because our average rainfall is 12 inches or less right here. And they have a real thick bark, a short needle for water retention. This big pinon right down here below us is probably about 200 to 250 years old. Beetle Butte right above us, behind you. Good.
Andrew, honey, you can look at the camera.
Wow, she got a Phantom Ranch.
Oh, yeah, we all did. And T-shirts. We're trying to get a pin from every place we stop that has pins. Of course, we just start. I want to see you all walk. Oh, show off. But you're young. Okay, let's see you walk. See? Told ya. It wasn't just me, was
I
it?
laughed at you.
And you laughed at
think I
me.
laughed at you.
Yeah. We're not at the top yet, no. I heard him mention bus.
Said it's 11. He said the bus is here. Supposed to be here 11:45, so I guess we got 45 minutes.
Okay.
So, but we'll stay
Now
here.
see, the
for
kids walk normal. Or pretty close.
pretty close.
Yeah. Now the next guy rides horses, so he'll be fine. I can not only get the view, I can get the comedy along with it. I don't even need the restroom, as dry as it is. See, he knows he can walk. You ride. Okay, Mark, let's see. Let's see your walk. He's fine, but God, he's 18, you know? When you're...
It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good, okay. At least you admit that. That was some ride. Okay, Rob, let's see your walk. Vince, you're forcing that walk. Tell me, you're forcing that walk. Yeah. I won't tell you how you look. We're about an hour from the top yet. Or a mile or whatever. We could hike out to that point. Yeah?
My wife called me. Right. So the way the guy explained it to me on the phone, I'll tell you, all these people are jumping on me.
Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, I'm
What you're going to do is
this and that down.
you see the rapids, the real rapids.
I know. But I've done good, I think.
And that'll be like the first day we'll
Now, is that the top edge up there? I wonder.
Black dots where that should just be dirt. And that's the mule, that's the day ride tied up at the hitch rail out there.
Oh, yeah.
Right at the point. Karen will probably enjoy this. People want to know why you do what you do in any business, you know. Why do you do that? I mean, do you like that or what, you know? And there's a poem goes, I went up to this college to see what I could see. I went because my ma and pa, they always figured I was smart, because I could pretty near always tell a horse and cow apart. Now, a cow's the one that wears the horns, and the horse is what you ride. And both of them most always wear the hairy parts outside. So I went up to this college to see what I could see, and they asked a heap of questions, of which I tried to answer. They asked me about my algebra. I told them it was tough, the way most any cowboys is that's ridden long enough. They asked me about my grandma. I told them she is dead. They never asked about Grandpa, but I told them what he said. Said any man was foolish and surely bound to fail, that'd kick a dog barefooted or twist a bronco's tail. Well, they asked me about my philosophy of life, and this one sure enough snubbed me up again to snubbing post. But I run around the corral and finally answered that I tried to aim my spitting eastwards when the wind was in the west. They asked me what I knowed about the origins of the earth, and I told them I hears it started in Fort Worth, where Adam, the first cowman, found a market for his steers and started raising cowboys with great big hairy ears. Yeah, I went up to this college to see what I could see, and they asked a heap of questions, but my answers was all wrong. Where they used to have that stacked in rocks, like you see the little stacks of rocks, but that used to be rocks stacked up this high. And it was just literally built in there. And then when they came back, when the earthquake shifted it, they came back in and blasted that back into the side where it goes into the rock, which is much safer and more, makes more sense, really.
Now, when did the earthquake hit? When was it? 93. Was that the Las Vegas then? That earthquake in Las Vegas, was it the same time? L.A.? No, it was all separate.
All separate.
Okay.
Same year, but it was different time.
When
We had a real wet winter, and the first quake we had was right under my house outside.
Oh, God.
What part of the year was that?
In the spring? Yeah. We'd had a real wet spring. I'm going to go up this a little bit, get them boogers off. Enjoyed visiting with you. I hope we made you some good memories. We thank you for riding the long-eared taxi to the bottom of that. Hope you come back sometime for a two-nighter. When we get to the top up here, if you'll untie your slickers for me, then I'll get everybody down and we'll get under a shade tree and just wait on me even if the bus is there, and I'll get your luggage for you, and then I'll get your diplomas out so everybody gets a diploma. And then when you look at your, when you get your photographs and go look at them, if you buy that photograph, they give you a frame to go with your certificate. And it's with the photograph and the certificate together. It's kind of a nice little deal. And all that's in the history room, the cups, the t-shirts, and the photographs also. Everything's right there. And that's, when you turn those slickers in at the trans desk, they'll give you comment cards, and we'd sure, like Ron said, like to have your comments on it. If you liked it, we'd like to hear that, and if you didn't, we want to hear that too. And this will be our last stop. We'll come out and we'll go past the Park Service mule barn. It's their pack barn. And then when we get to our hitch rail, we'll be at our Yaki pack barn. That's where all the pack mules come in and out of right there. They drop off this trail. This morning they left at 4 o'clock, little after 4. On the moon.
Yeah, mine did that once, but.
Oh,